Once upon a time, my dad was about to tell me one of my favorite stories, again. It was the one about the dog I loved at the top of the street. An elf that had always wanted to be a dentist came to help the dog with his tooth problems and to be his friend because he didn't have any. This story was so funny I would laugh so much. Suddenly, my dad skipped a part and I immediately confronted him. "Dad, you skipped the part about the dog taking the sandwich from his owner. Why did you skip it if it is part of the story and you know I like it?" Every night before bed, he would tell me a story and pretty much just make it up as he went along. He would tell me the same story night after night, but I would never get tired of it. From time to time, it would change a little, but it didn't bother me. All I cared about was hearing that story. I was always in the story, and he also always put in people I was close to or knew. My best friends at the time, or my closest cousin, and my family would appear without question. Maybe that was a reason I was so drawn to his stories and was always interested. My dad knew how important his stories were to me, even when my dad was in Denver waiting for our house to be built while my mom and I were still living in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He would type up stories for me and send them to our computer, and my mom would read them to me. She wasn't as good as my dad, but the story was always excellent, and I was just thankful that I got my story. My dad really opened my eyes to the writing world, and writing has been something that I have kept close to my heart and really taken to the next level. Writing has been an outlet for my emotion and feelings through a form through which I can write about things that I think really matter in a way that will make readers want to read it. I myself am a big reader and admire the work that authors put into writing books that readers appreciate. I also want to accomplish that huge goal that makes readers want to read. Writing is an ever-growing fire in my heart, and it could never burn out. Writing sticks to me like peanut butter sticks to jelly. The stories my dad told me turned me into a writer and storyteller. I want to follow in my dad's footsteps and make that true for my own kids when the time comes. I will never forget my dad's stories, and I will never stop being a writer.